Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Wow, Solana is the coin which broke out of this channel to the downside. On some coins have such a channel, like Bitcoin. Bitcoin hasn't broken it yet. Solana has. Now, what does that mean for the scenario? It doesn't really change the wave count too much from an Elliott wave point of view, but of course is a psychological thing, and we also lost here the 50-day moving average. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not a good sign. And I mentioned in the last few days that Solana is one of the weaker coins here that we actually have on the chart. It is one of the coins that performed worst compared to others and from the low, and that hasn't really been able to make new higher highs here, and it hasn't broken out above this key level, which I've always stated, of $48.40. Only a move up above that would have invalidated a whole series of bearish wave patterns. So yeah, they have never been invalidated, so that's all still possible. Now, what this cannot be anymore, this cannot be another wave 2, of course, so I'm going to take that out. I mean, the reversal areas all worked out, but it in the end was never able to break above the descending trend line. Remember, in the last video I gave you this descending trend line as a signal that if we break above this, we can have indication that the move down is over. Now, as we never broke it, we never had the indication that the move down was over, therefore continuation of the downtrend. Now, I have to take out though this additional 1-2 setup that I had on the chart. Basically, what I have to go with now, as long as we're holding above here $34.60, and to be fair, we're nearly there, so I might need to change that later as well. But for now, we could assume that we are here in this ABC pattern with an overshooting wave B, and that wave 2 in yellow was never finished. But this is possible to count it like that as long as we're staying above 34.60. We've already come down dangerously close to that 34.60 level. So if we drop below that, we have to go to the next higher level wave count. And then we could drop all the way down to $32. If we drop below $32, it will be really, really hard to justify still a possible bullish scenario. So I'm giving you here the levels that are that Solana really, really desperately needs to hold to still have a chance to move to higher levels without making another lower low. So for now, that we have broken that previous low here, which I've labeled as a wave A, we still have a chance again to count it as another 1-2 setup as long as we're holding above 34.60. So that means on the chart we've got now 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 1-2 setups. It's good in a sense that the latest move has invalidated the last one, because if you have more than 3 1-2 setups on the chart, it is getting dangerous and it is getting a bit unlikely. With 3 it's still okay, because each of these of course needs an individual wave 3 as well, which should push it much higher, but only of course provided that we're also going to move up, and then we can really add those very, very high target levels, because a 1-2 1-2 1-2 setup type of setup can be very bullish, but of course it needs to trigger, it needs to move. If it doesn't move, then in the end it could just be a correction, and we will see lower lows, basically lower than $26. So again, it's just a confirmation that we are still in a very uncertain environment. For me, this is generally a long-term accumulation phase, where really a lot of things can happen. That is sort of indicated by this 60-40 probability that I've stated throughout, a 60% probability for a bullish scenario and a 40% probability for a bearish scenario. And we need to be much more focused on a bearish scenario should we lose the 34.60 level here. So desperately needed is a move to the upside now. And again, this comment from yesterday still stands, that we need to move above this descending trend line in order to have an indication that we are going higher. Because if we stay below the descending trend line, you see where it's going to push us. Sorry for anybody who now got a heart attack based on this battery saver message. I never realized how loud this actually is, but okay. that's it for Solana. I'll keep you updated. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.